If I'm being honest, Guild of Ascension is kind of weird, but not in a bad way. Let me explain. While I don't think it's my cup of tea in particular, mostly because of my lack of interest in a lot of RPGs, I do think it's pretty fun, and a lot of you will get a lot of playtime out of it. For those of you who don't know, Guild of Ascension is this tactical RPG, action RPG mixture of a game that came out on September 21st, 2021. The story and characters are pretty minimal. You play as two mute characters who are there to face the challenge of the tower. The tower is basically a challenge room for warriors who want to take it, and it was created by this goddess. I'm honestly more confused why the goddess decided it needed to make a tower to test warriors. I feel like that's a little more fucked up than anything. But that's about it for the story at the beginning at all. Like, there's not a lot of story. And to be honest with you, I don't mind that, as long as it's got an interesting gameplay mechanic. And it does. So this game is a tactical action RPG. So basically imagine the gameplay from Fire Emblem, and then you added in free running and a timer mixed with the similar gameplay to Monster Hunter. That is basically the entire idea of their gameplay. And I gotta be honest with you, man, it really, really fucking works. I have a fucking blast when I play. I'm not too big on strategy RPGs. Anything tactical is not my style, but this game really kind of brought it into light that it was just, a gameplay style like this where, there's some kind of tactical abilities to it, but I still get to play like a brain-dead idiot. Is just so fun for me. Also, when I say brain-dead idiot, I mean specifically that's the way I play. There are times when you're going to need to use your head and, think of like tactics and strategies, but I am not that type of player. I am very unga boonga, as some people would call it. And I'll tell you right now, I've died plenty of times because I just play like an idiot. But for me, it really never changes anything. Like, even when I die, I get to do the tower all over again, and I have a blast like every time. I love it. The gameplay is very addicting, and it's real fun, and it lets you use your brain while kind of being stupid like I can be in Monster Hunter or anything like that, so I enjoy it a lot. Now, like I said before, I'm not an RPG guy. I'm not the biggest fan of like any RPG style games. I'm not a big fan of turn-based. I'm not a big fan of tactical or even action a lot of the time, but I had a lot of fun, and I'll probably end up coming back to either this game or a gameplay style like this. The last thing I want to get into is the art style, and I saved this for last because I really am critical on, styles for video games, because to me, a gameplay and good art style or a story and good art style is what makes or breaks a game. I'm really impressed. The 2D character drawings are fantastic. They're all pretty unique. All the characters are very different from each other, and they're just fun to look at. They're very bright and vibrant, and I love that kind of art style to it, because that's always what I pictured, something from like D&D or World of Warcraft in a 2D dimension looking similar to. The 3D character models and the 3D worlds also look relatively good. I think it fits the style really well, and it even kind of brings out that style of, like before, with like kind of mystical but cartoony. And then there's the animations, which are very basic, but some of them are adorable. Like, I love if you eat like a meal, right? In the game, they start flexing, and it's cute. Or when they level up, they like throw their hands in the air. I love it so much. It's so adorable. But art style wise, they did a really good job. Like, I have nothing to complain about with the art style at all. It's good. It's very vibrant. I feel like with a game like this where, that you don't need the gloom or anything, it feels vibrant and nice, and it's pleasant to look at. Unless it's on at night and then you have like this bright ass screen like keeping you awake at 2:30 in the morning. Overall though, I really like this game, even if you're not a RPG player. Like me in particular, I'm not the biggest fan of RPGs, but I had a lot of fun with this, and I'm gonna end up coming back to it. There's always more you can do. I didn't get to play as much as I wanted. I'm probably gonna end up playing more and more. It's probably going to be one of the few games that I'll put like 50, 60 hours in, because there's not a lot of games I do that with. So if you're looking for an RPG with kind of like a new, unique gameplay style, I'd pick it up. It's like $13 when I bought it, and it's fun and pretty relaxing for me to play, honestly. I would suggest it to anybody. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this video. It was a lot of fun to play the game, and it was a lot of fun just to kind of like speak my opinion about how I felt about the game. And overall, it's a really solid game. I would consider playing it. But if you stick around, feel free to subscribe, you know. Always helps out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.